Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I am going to do the third video. This is from the January 2024 Regents exam. I'm looking at some of the constructed response questions. In particular, I'm looking at the ones that are quadratic equations, quadratic functions. And again, the three keys that we're going to be needing are menu 61 for zeros, menu 62 for minimum. That's a very important key, and menu 64 for intersection. So let's go. So first question, they want us to use the quadratic formula and they want us to round it to the nearest hundredth. As soon as you see that they want you to round it to the nearest hundred. As soon as you see rounding, then you know you're going to use menu 61. You don't have to do anything else. Of course, you've got to use the quadratic formula. So, but we're going to graph it. So after we fill in the A, B, and C. So A is 3, B is a -2, C is a -6. And then, of course, you're going to plug it into the quadratic formula. I'm just going to write it here. Um, but then once you plug all the numbers in, you're going to take your calculator and you're going to graph it. And you are going to find the zeros. So I'm going to do this stack fraction again because the leading coefficient is not a 1. So I'm going to go control divide. And then I'm going to put in 3x squared minus 2x minus 6. And then I go down to the bottom and I'm going to put a 3 here. And now I'm just going to find the 0. So I'm just going to go menu 61 and go here. Boom. And that's the decimal. And then I'm going to do menu 61 again. And that's going to give us the other decimal. Now, they want us to round this to the hundreds place. So that's 2 digits. So watch what I do. I'm just going to go to menu. I'm going to go to settings. And then I'm going to change the display to fix 2. And that'll round everything for me. All right. Now, so those are my answers. So I can go here and I can put a negative $1.12, and then I can say X is $1.79. So those are the solutions. Now, of course, you got to put the quadratic formula. That'll be +1. And then if you have these rounded, that'll be another point. That's all you're doing. Now, before I move on, make sure you go back and you undo the settings. You want to set the settings back to float. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to float up here, and I'm going to choose float, and I'm going to say, okay. Now, I'm ready for the next question. So let's go here, go to the next question. The next question, now they've given us a quadratic equation and they want us basically to complete the square. So all we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to use the quadratic formula. We're going to solve it using menu 62, and that's going to give us everything we need. So let me show you exactly what to do on here. So, so this is going to be x squared minus 8x plus 41 equals 0. And then A is going to be 1, B is going to be a -8, C is going to be a positive 41. Make sure you use the quadratic formula. All right. And now I'm just going to graph it. So let me go here. Boop. I don't want to save it. I need a new graph. Then I'm just going to put this quadratic in. So this is going to be x squared, boop, minus 8x plus 41. And then press enter. And I don't see it anywhere. So let me zoom out. So I'm going to do menu 44. And I'm going to put this right here. I still don't see it. Oh, there it is, way up there. All right. So now I'm going to do menu 62. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. And that is going to be my answer. So I'm going to come to my, so the minimum is, it is 425. So here is my answer. So that means that x is equal to 4 plus or minus the square root of a -25. So that'll be this. Oops. Square root of 25 is going to be 5. So this is what we have. Now, what or I should say, duh, 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 duh. So this is what we're going to have. We're going to have x equals 1. It's going to be 4 plus or minus the square root of 25. All right. Actually, it's going to be negative 25. So when we do this, we're going to just subtract 4 from both sides. So this is going to be x minus 4 equals the square root of a negative 25. Now, all we're going to do is we are going to square this and square this, and we're going to have x minus 4 squared equals a negative 25. So in this case, P is equal to 4 and Q is equal to a negative 25. So that means P is equal to 4 and means Q is equal to a negative 25. And that's what we're doing. Yep, that's it. So basically, again, once you find the minimum, you're going to know what the solutions are. So it's going to be the X part, it's going to be the axis of symmetry, and then you're going to take the square root of the negative of the y coordinate. So that's it. All right, now let's see. I got one more I want to do. Okay, the reason I put this in here is that you have a quadratic. And so it's going to go something like this. Boop, okay. And they want the maximum. So you're going to do menu 63 for max, and that's going to give you the x and y coordinate. And then when they say find the seconds it takes to hit the ground, you're going to use menu 61 to find the zeros. So everything that you need is either going to be menu 61, menu 62 for minimum, or menu 63 for maximum. That's it. And so I'm not going to actually do this. You just have to plot. You just have to graph it and then find the vertex. I am going to try to do this one. So this is a word problem. Now, you may not think that this is a quadratic, but it is. It says Julia is 4 years older than twice Kelly's age, and Kelly's age is represented by X. And then it says the product. This word here means that we're going to be dealing with a quadratic of their ages is 96. So here, we're going to start. Kelly's age is X. And Julia is twice Kelly's age plus 4, because she's 4 years older than twice X. So 2 times X plus 4. So we got K equals X and J equals 2X plus 4. They tell us that the product, so that means K times J is equal to 96. And all we're going to do is we're going to plug in X for Kelly, and we're going to put in 2X plus 4 for Julia, and it's going to be equal to 96. And now we just distribute. So this is going to be 2X squared plus 4X. And then we got the 96. We're going to bring the 96 to the other side. And now we could use the quadratic formula. 2B is 4, C is a negative 96. And now all we have to do is we're going to find the zeros. So let's go. I'm going to go and graph this. So let me come here, get rid of this one. And then let's graph this. I'm going to do a stack fraction. So control divide, since the leading coefficient is not a 1. So it's going to be 2x squared plus 4x minus 96. And then down here, I'm going to divide by 2. Here's my equation. Let's see what the zeros are. I'm going to check to see. I'm going to do menu 61, and let's see. Now, I know the ages can't be negative, so I'm not even going to bother with this 0. I'm going to come over here and check this 0. All right, so that tells me that x is equal to 6. So that's it. Let me go to my iPad. So that means Kelly is 6 years old. So if Kelly is 6 years old, that means that Julia is 2 times 6 plus 4. That means that Julia is 16. And okay, they said, what's the difference? Well, what's 16 minus 6? There's a 10-year age difference. All right. Boom. That's it. Now that's how you do it. That's it. Kelly is 6. Julia is 16. And that's it. All right. Again, quadratic formula and menu 61, menu 62, menu 64, those menus, when you're dealing with quadratics, especially in the constructed response section, are going to help you answer a bunch of questions. So make sure you understand how to use it. I would recommend you go back through these questions, or you try these questions on your own to see if you can do them. And if you can't, watch the videos and see if you can figure it out. All right, I'm going to stop and I'm going to post this.